Hello all, this is Aishwarya. I have prepared this video for my third BA English students on the subject language and linguistics. I hope all my students are staying safe and preparing for the exams. You're also enjoying your time. So I'm here to help you with this video lecture. So while you're watching this video, please keep language and linguistics book with you so that you can take notes also. Please take to page number 125. The topic is semantics. So without making further time, I'm just directly going to the class. The very first topic is semantics. You all know what is the definition of semantics. Semantics is nothing but the study of meaning in a language. I remember I started this lesson but I couldn't finish it because of this immediate lockdown. So we can use this time. So this is the proper definition for semantics, and I have marked it here. I have taken a excerpt from the book. You can also mark it in your book. In that book you are given 3 examples. So look at these sentences. The hamburger ate the boy. The table listens to the radio. The horse is reading the newspaper. 3 examples are given here. What you can see in these examples? So all these sentences are wrong. Even a small child can find out these mistakes. But you have listened to the last lesson, syntax. Syntax says these sentences are correct. How come? So they have given that format here. What is syntax? A sentence should have a proper sentence structure. So the sentence structure is correct. Verb is here, noun phrase before verb and after verb. So noun phrase, verb, noun phrase. The hamburger ate the boy. So syntactically this sentence is correct, but semantically this is wrong. Semantics means meaning. So there is no proper meaning in it. That is why this sentence is wrong. So what we can find out is, one cannot blindly follow the rules. You should know the proper structure and also meaning. Then only you can find out the problem in this sentence. So with this introductory note, I'm just going to the next topic, semantic features. Semantic features. This topic is very easy. Again, I have taken the example which is given in the book. The boy ate the hamburger. This sentence is correct. The boy, noun phrase, ate, verb. The hamburger, again noun phrase. But semantic features contains 3 different things. One is animate. Second one is human. Third one is female. First, let us look at the animate thing. So take the verb. What is the verb here? Here the verb is ate. So leave that verb. Take noun phrase. Noun phrase contains the boy, the hamburger. The boy is animate, that is a living thing. So you have to mark 2 things, plus animate, minus animate. Plus animate means it goes with living thing or movable thing, animate. But hamburger cannot move, it is minus animate. So plus animate for the boy, minus animate for the hamburger. Verb remains ate. It is same. Okay, that is what they have mentioned it here. What are the other semantic features? Plus human, minus human. Plus female, minus female. So they have given a box here. This topic is not much important. I am just giving you this so that you can have the basic idea of what semantics is. Next, I am going to teach you the very, very important question, semantic roles. Please listen. This is very important topic, semantic roles. Okay, let us look into it. This is a very important 5-mark question. Instead of thinking of words as containers of meaning, we can look at the roles they fulfill within the situation described by a sentence. So here they are going to split the words in a sentence. So each word has a role to play. They are each word in a sentence, they just not carry the meaning, they are also carrying a role on them. So we are just going to find out what are the roles played by those words. Here in the book they have given a good example. The boy kicked the ball. So here you can easily identify what is verb. The verb is kicked. Noun phrase, both two noun phrases are here. The boy is a noun phrase, the ball is also a noun phrase. So this is the introduction topic. Here we are just going to split this sentence into so many things so that we can identify what are the roles played by the words. Semantic roles. What is the first two roles? Agent and theme. So let us look into it. What is agent? Agent is nothing but the entity that performs the action. Look at this example. The boy kicked the ball. Here the boy is performing the action, so the boy is agent. What is a theme? The theme, the entity that is involved or affected by the action. Here the ball is the theme. The ball which is affected by the action done by the agent. So here the ball is the theme. Have you understood? So this is agent, theme. The theme can also be an entity that is simply being described as in the ball was red. So look at this example, the ball was red. Here the theme, the ball does not perform any action, it is just described here. So here it is not agent, the ball is again theme. So two examples are given here. The first example is the boy kicked the ball. Second one is the ball was red. The boy who is performing the action, so he is agent. The ball which is affected by the action is a theme. In the second sentence, the ball was red. The ball does not perform any action. It is just described here. So the ball is mentioned as theme. Usually, most common agents and themes are the most common semantic roles. Although agents are typically human. So whenever you find any sentences, the performer of the action is usually human being. Sometimes non-human entities are also perform action. Example. Look at the examples given here in the lower side. The wind blew the ball away. The wind is performing the action here. So wind is a non-living thing but also performs the action. So the agent cannot necessarily be human being, it can also be non-human things. Okay, all those sentences are mentioned, you can look into it. The next semantic roles are instrument and experiencer. Instrument. So now you have understood what is agent, what is theme. The other next two semantic roles are instrument and experiencer. Instrument. If an agent uses another entity in order to perform the action, that other entity fills the role of instrument. Example. ஸோ இதை இன்னும் சிம்பிளாக சொல்லணுன்னா, ஒரு ஏஜெண்ட் அவங்களோட ஆக்ஷனை பெர்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணிக்கிறதுக்காக ஏதாவது ஒரு இன்ஸ்ட்ருமெண்ட், ஏதாவது ஒரு டூலை யூஸ் பண்ணாங்கன்னா தட் ஷுட் பி மென்ஷன்ட் as இன்ஸ்ட்ருமெண்ட். லுக் அட் த எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஹியர். த பாய் cut the rope with an old razor. So the boy is cutting the rope with an old razor, that is a blade, and the blade is the instrument. The old razor is the instrument. Another example, he drew the picture with the crayon. So the crayon is a instrument here. யூஸ்வலி ஒரு சென்டென்ஸில் இன்ஸ்ட்ருமெண்ட் எப்படி கண்டுபிடிக்கலாம் அப்படின்னா வித் அப்படின்ற வேர்டுக்கு பக்கத்தில் வரும். ஹியர் ஆல்சோ யூ கேன் see with an old razor, with your crayon. So with is a clue to find out instrument. Next is experiencer. Experiencer is the person who feels something, who is in a state of feeling. So that person is an experiencer. Example is given here. The woman feels sad. Did you hear that noise? The woman, she is feeling something. So here she is not agent. Here she is an experiencer. You have to mark experiencer for that. So now we have 4 semantic rules: agent, theme, instrument, experiencer. Agent is performing, the one who performs the action. Theme, one is affected by the action. Instrument, agent uses something, some tool or instrument to perform the action. Experiencer means a person who feels something. So the next 3 semantic roles are location, source, goal. Location. So all these things you can find in a sentence. Location is a number of where an entity fills the role of location. So when you find out this sentence, look at this example given here. Mary saw a fly on the wall. So this is location. On the wall, on the table, in the room. So a place which describes a place, that is location. Next, source. The entity moves from is the source and moves to is the goal. Source, goal nu rendu irukku. எங்கேருந்து ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுறாங்களோ அது சோர்ஸ், எங்கே ரீச் ஆகுறாங்களோ அதுதான் கோல். அதுக்கு எக்ஸாம்பிள் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. We drove from Chicago to New Orleans. From Chicago to New Orleans. From Chicago வந்து source, to New Orleans வந்து goal. And also so source goal goes to this sentence. From savings to checking. From savings, bankல யூஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க. savings to checking. savingsலேருந்து checking என்ன source goal. Okay, so there are totally 7 semantic rules are mentioned: agent, theme, instrument, experiencer, location, source, goal. So all these are described. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me. All the examples are given here. You can see. She borrowed a magazine from George. She borrowed, verb, you need not mention verb. She is doing action, so she is agent. A magazine which is affected, so it is theme. From George is a source. Next one, she squashed the bug with the magazine. So she is performing an action again. She is just squashing the bug. She is agent, the bug is the theme, with the magazine. She is using this magazine as an instrument, so it is instrument. And also we have the clue word is with. Okay, next sentence, she handed the magazine back to George. So again, agent, theme, back to George. So she is giving back to, so to is goal. Okay, I have given exercise for you. You just work out on this. First topic, first question, John hit Paul. Second one, Ravi studied for the test. Third, Devi saw a plane. Fourth, John won the case with a high paid lawyer. Fifth one, Peter came from the coffee shop to the library. So all these 5 sentences are here. You should work out on it. You should find out what is agent, theme, instrument, experiencer, location, source, goal, everything. So work out on it and send it to me in my WhatsApp number. Hope you all enjoyed this. So I'll prepare another video for the next upcoming topics.